You've likely noticed it before. The person who doesn't need to lead from the front, doesn't chase the spotlight, and doesn't play by the social rulebook. While others are competing for status and attention in the social hierarchy, a Sigma male is operating on a different plane entirely, a plane where his actions are his only currency. This isn't about being an outcast, it's about being an outlier by choice, and it's what allows a Sigma to do the things that make everyone else deeply uncomfortable. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll discover the 7 most uncomfortable things only Sigma males do and the truths about the Sigma male's world. Number 1. A Sigma male will perform a silent exit. Most people feel compelled to make a grand farewell, to shake hands and say goodbye to every single person, as if their departure is a major event. But when a Sigma is done with a conversation or a social gathering, he will simply leave without a fuss or a word. This behavior is powerful because it's a quiet declaration of his own autonomy. He doesn't need external validation for his presence or his absence. It affects others because it can make them feel a sense of unease or even slight offense, as if their social protocols have been completely ignored. For a Sigma male, this is simply a matter of efficiency. For example, he might be at a networking event where a conversation has stalled. Instead of trying to force it or finding a polite way to excuse himself, he'll simply walk away to a new group or even leave the venue entirely, saving his energy for what truly matters to him. And that brings us to the next uncomfortable truth, the way a Sigma male handles his relationships. Number 2, a Sigma male will reject fake loyalty. Where most people feel bound by long-standing relationships, obligated to stand by family or friends regardless of their character, a Sigma male views loyalty as something earned, not given. This is a powerful trait because it allows him to maintain an inner circle of high-caliber individuals based on merit, not on shared history. It affects others by causing them deep discomfort, as his principled detachment forces them to confront their own motives for maintaining relationships rooted in guilt or obligation. The real-world application? He will end a 20-year friendship over a single act of betrayal. Number 3. A Sigma male will not play the victim. The average man often seeks validation or sympathy when faced with a problem, using it as a form of social currency. A Sigma male, in stark contrast, is disinterested in emotional hand-holding. When someone complains, he responds with solutions or disengages entirely. This is a powerful behavior because it protects his time and energy from emotional drains and gossip. It disrupts the emotional marketplace, making others uncomfortable because they are denied the sympathy they seek and are instead confronted with a demand for personal accountability. To put it into practice, a Sigma male will offer a business plan to a friend who complains about being broke instead of just listening. Number 4. A Sigma male is unmoved by criticism. The majority of people react to criticism with either defensiveness or emotional distress, exposing their vulnerabilities. A Sigma male will show zero visible reaction, calmly filtering the feedback for any useful information. This is a powerful demonstration of emotional control and strategic thinking. It gives him an immense advantage because it disarms and confuses those who are used to using emotional leverage to influence others. Others are unnerved by this lack of a reaction, as it denies them the power they expect to hold over him. In the real world, a boss might criticize his work, and instead of getting upset, he simply asks, "What specifically can I improve for the next project?" Number 5. A Sigma male has a deep disdain for small talk. While the rest of society uses superficial conversation as social glue, a Sigma male sees it as a waste of cognitive resources. He will immediately try to bypass the surface level and get to what's truly meaningful. This is powerful because it allows him to quickly find intellectual equals and build genuine connections. This can make people uncomfortable because it disrupts social expectations and forces a level of depth they're not prepared for. For example, at a dinner party, a Sigma male will skip talking about the weather and ask a stranger, "What's the one skill you're most proud of developing this year?" And number 6, a Sigma male will never water himself down. The crowd adapts its personality to fit the social situation, putting on a different mask for every group. A Sigma male, however, remains consistent and authentic regardless of who he is with. This steadfast nature is powerful because it's a silent display of integrity. He has no hidden agenda and no need to be liked. It makes others uncomfortable because it acts as a mirror, reflecting their own performative behaviors and social masks back at them. This can create friction in environments that value social harmony over truth. For instance, he'll express the same candid opinion in a boardroom as he would with his closest friend. And finally, number 7, a Sigma male will match the energy. Most people are conditioned to overinvest in relationships, to chase attention, or to try harder than the other person. A Sigma male, by contrast, gives exactly the amount of effort and enthusiasm he receives. This is a form of self-respect that prevents him from being taken for granted. It breaks typical social dynamics where one person is expected to do all the work. People find this frustrating because it forces them to confront their own expectations of being pursued. He'll respond with a short text if he gets one, and he'll go all in for someone who does the same for him. If any of these points resonate with you, tell me which one in the comments. Fear doesn't always come from aggression. Sometimes it comes from the quiet competence of a man who doesn't need to announce his power. It's the discomfort of dealing with someone who can't be manipulated, whose loyalty is not for sale, and whose silence is a weapon. The truth is, your presence alone changes the game because you force others to play by a different, more authentic set of rules. Don't ever mistake silence for weakness. Thank you so much for watching.